about an hour south of London, but make no mistake, this is definitely the countryside. In fact, a lot of the communities down here in Hampshire and West Sussex grew up around farming, and even today there is evidence of that everywhere you look. Here's a great example. Most mornings when we drive into Petersfield, we go by rolling fields and pastures. Two, in particular, are usually filled with colorful cows straight out of central casting. These gals here behind the fence are, of course, dairy cows, Holsteins to be exact, the dominant breed in the dairy industry. They're great milk producers that are found in more than 150 countries. We usually see these beauties out here grazing and relaxing in the shade. Hi. Hello, girls. How are you? What's happening? If you stop to say hello, like I do, they may even amble up to sniff you and smile for their close-up. All in all, it makes for a lovely, idyllic pastoral scene.
There's something quite special about having cows outside at grass. There's no, and you wouldn't be the first person to say that, and I think a lot of people just enjoy the sight of it. It's just, I don't know, it's something very peaceful and...
Yeah, there's no mistaking that you're in the countryside.
Yeah, exactly.
Harry Caines should know. He and his dad and uncle own the herd, which numbers around 200 animals. They're the stars of the Caines Farm Partnership, a small-scale dairy farm operating on about 500 acres here in Petersfield.
It's not the most glorious job. The cows need to be fed and milked twice a day, every day, Christmas, birthdays, New Year's morning. It's a full-on commitment, but it's something that I've always was gonna be committed to. So it's never something I feel like I've had to struggle to do. It's nice to wake up in the morning. Besides being family-run and family-focused, the farm is also cow-friendly, meaning the health and welfare of the herd generally comes as a top priority. First off, it's a closed herd, which means no new animals are ever brought in from outside sources. That helps keep the herd disease-free. The Caines also go to great lengths to make sure their cows are well-fed, warm, dry, and comfortable. They are just an extension of our family, I guess, and it works hand in hand. If you don't look after the cows, they don't look after you. They won't produce the milk if they're not being looked after, and we do hold that very high on our list of priorities when we are on a daily basis. I mean, they have the ideal nutrition put in front of them, both for milk production and their own health. In the winter, they get straw bedding, refreshed every day. In the summer and the spring, they're out in a different grass paddock on sort of a weekly, sort of 2 weekly rotation. So, yeah, I mean, they are, I'd like to say, well looked after.
Even though they may be a bit pampered, these gals can't stand around all day looking pretty. They have to earn their keep. So, like all good dairy cows, they're milked twice a day, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. Farmhand Ollie Elmer rounds them up in his pickup truck and gets them moving. Sorry, couldn't resist. Once they're out of the paddock and coaxed onto the little dirt lane, they seem to know exactly where they're going. It's a mass exodus of hooves heading up the hill. They're making their way to the milking parlor, of course, the heart and soul of the farm. It's where the important business gets done. Now, I didn't expect Ollie to sit on a stool and milk 200 cows by hand, one by one, but I wasn't expecting this either. It's pretty high-tech, an efficient, mechanized operation. The cows are brought into this parallel milking parlor 20 at a time and stand with their tails and udders facing the milker, in this case, Ollie.
who's down in the pit.
What's the hardest thing about it?
Hardest thing is, I would probably say, making sure the teats are clean, because sometimes, especially in the winter, the cows come in with bits of poo and straw stuck to them, so you literally have to wash them with what we call the teat wash, and sometimes that pipe's just nice warm water, spray it on and wash, and literally rinse the teats off. That is the most critical part of the whole thing.
Once the teats are clean, Ollie attaches the milking units, known as clusters. And the pumps take over. He's only been here for about a year, but he seems to have it all down to a fine science, and is happy to have such cooperative co-workers.
That means that they're relaxed, they're happy, and they'll also let their milk down quicker. And that is quite key for when you're milking. It means that in and out as quick as you can, and then they're out back to eat food again.
And so if they're chilled and relaxed, that makes your job a little bit easier?
It does, yes.
With the clusters attached, it only takes 5 to 10 minutes to milk each cow. On average, an individual will produce about 9,000 liters of milk a year. At the end of the day, collectively speaking, they'll have produced about 6,000 liters. That's more than 1,500 gallons.
I love milking the cows. Who doesn't love cows, let's be honest?
Human hands never touch the milk. It's pumped straight from the parlor into this massive refrigerated holding tank that the buyer comes and empties at the end of every day. And here's where things get tricky. The Caines don't set the price for their milk. The buyer does, and every penny counts. These days, milk prices are notoriously unstable, so a farmer never really knows what to expect to be paid, or what they'll have left in their pocket at the end of a given month.
It's a very volatile industry, so we do have to kind of roll with the punches, and it's a strange one. There's not many industries whereby you're price takers. We're told what they'll pay us for our milk. We don't get to choose how it works, but we've got a system here that works. Like I say, we've been here for 4 generations. There's been 4 generations of work to the land, to the infrastructure, the buildings, and it works for us.
There are approximately 1.8 million dairy cows in the UK, a number that's growing at the same time as the number of dairy farms dwindles. Obviously, a lot of small dairy farms have simply given up and closed, which makes this one special. Making ends meet is a delicate balance and a heck of a lot of hard work, but Harry says it's all worth it.
I don't know, maybe it's in my blood, in the family for so many years. It's always been something that everyone's always worked towards, so it's I don't know, holds a special place in our heart. And you look at the people sat in offices and you go, on a day like today, you're going, this is the real deal, being outside in the weather when it's like this. Also, yeah, it's a good place to be.
The cows must think it's a good place to be, too. When they're done giving milk, they can retire to the barn or go back to the pastures, take a load off, and refuel. So this is kind of interesting. Evidently, after giving birth to a calf, a dairy cow will be able to produce milk for about 10 months. And after that, they go through a drying off period of about 2 months, when they don't produce any milk at all. It allows them to rest, recuperate, and get ready to bring a new calf into the world. Essentially, it's like a mom-to-be getting 2 months off before giving birth. Not bad. And let's face it, their days are pretty chill anyway. Most of the time, they're hanging out, lying down, or grazing. Oh yeah, and posing for the paparazzi. And as Ollie says, who doesn't love cows? Hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.